All right, well, I have made it out, and I am going to be trying out uh, Kilt Beard Company's Outdoor Bivouac Beard Oil. It is anti-mosquito. Yep, so I'm at Don Robinson Park, and I'm going to be doing the Sandstone Canyon Trail, I think. It is quite busy out here. There is lots of people, so I had to park way down. That is 4 miles, and Sandstone Canyon is a little closer to 4. So, gonna do that one.
I woke up with the sun shining bright, grabbed my pack, hit the trail for a hike. Through the woods where the trees are tall, hear the birds, hear the eagles call. I can get high.
All right. So, what I forgot today was my Garmin, whichever one I would have put it on. So, no tracking of my trail, unfortunately. Four-mile loop, about 3 hours. And, yeah, that might put me a little bit beyond what I wanted to be today. But, you know, life takes precedence, and had some life maintenance stuff to do. So this trail is paved, as you can see, for the first probably half mile, I think. But it does end up here, and where it splits off to the loop. And the loop is nice rugged trail. But for a while, you got this rails, got the nice walk, fairly flat. You can look over the rail. So yeah, it was my first time here. I was like, oh man, is it gonna be a whole paved trail? This sucks. But nah, it doesn't. It's not. It actually gets into some nice hiking areas. And I'm going to go left first. So I usually start the trail here, but I think I'm going to come back that way this time. Because when I finally get there, I'll be closer to the parking lot. And also because coming back this way is not impressive, I guess, from what I remember. So you go up this little steep stairwell or stair climb, and through a field. It's like the least impressive section is the one you come up through. So this go around, I want to approach from the other side, get the least impressive out of the way, and have some nice things to walk through on the way back. the return loop. Look down there, that is awesome. So I got a hat on, and that's in case of gnats or other bugs, like if the beard oil doesn't chase them away. I got my gnat hat, and we'll have it a little more off of my face. Probably also going to talk about some camping tips and tricks, or hiking tips and tricks. One of them I'm going to talk about right now, and that is the as you go hiking, you know, odd. Anyway, when you're preparing to go hiking, hydrate up. And I saw this tip about long distance hiking. So if you're going to be out multiple days or just on a long hike, drink as much water as you possibly can before you go. So that way you're well hydrated before you even start the trail. I know a lot of us, including me, you just make sure you got water for the trail. But once you're sweating and thirsty, you're already dehydrated and you've already started experiencing the problem from it. So if you hydrate well before you start your hike, you shouldn't have as much problems. All right, we are on the gravelly part. Yeah, so this is the section I'm not too fond of coming back. Coming back the other way should be a lot better. So it's sticking to my philosophy of always go left. So much better. Yeah, this is a long section to get, I guess, closer to the canyon before you get into the actual woods. They've got a shelter at the end of this where the pavement starts. That's a good place to sit and rest and gather yourself for the last little section out to back to your car. All right, here we go. All right, now we're into the real woods section of the hike. Let's see. That was 0.8 miles of walking to get to dirt trails or woodland dirt trails instead of wide, somewhat paved, graveled areas. Ah, yes, the cedar stand. This is the couple times I've been through this trail, gone the other route or other direction. This has been I'm at the cedar stand. I'm all less than a mile. So yeah. But this is a pretty cool section. I mean, it's a cedar stand, you know. It's looks pretty awesome. It's the cedars are well spaced too. I haven't seen many young cedar stands that are so well spaced. It's pretty awesome. I guess it might have been managed at some point. Yeah, that makes sense. There seems like another trail kind of coincides, or maybe that's a nope. That's a trail. Huh. Oh man, that quiet. That quiet has settled in. Man, I like that. That yeah, that uphill might be why I didn't like ending a hike on that. How would you know? Well, there we go. The red. But that, huh. Wonder what that was. Or what it is. It's another hike or another trail connection, maybe? I guess I'll have to look it up. Yep, there's the stairs. 2 sets. And this has been washed out a little bit. So there's quite a drop. Oh my God. Chatty. Oh, chatty cohort. Oh well. Oh man, this is actually pretty cool. Ah. And there's a water source. We got a nice little river down here. And remnants of an old bridge. And the teepee. People keep adding sticks to it. This, one of the walls, or the bridge. I don't know. I don't buy it was a bridge, because that would have went to absolutely nowhere. Unless it was just the base of a bridge. I don't know. That have to be able to travel back in time to see what this place looked like 60 years ago. Huh. But that's interesting. But that's a little side trip off the trail. I'm wondering if up top there is pavement. I don't know. Oh, that loose stuff could be slippery. All right, back to the trail. This is pretty awesome. So on the right, you have the creek or stream or whatever. And then on the left, oh, wow. Look at those awesome formations. Wow. That is interesting. Layers. Wow. Wow, that is cool. That is cool. Wow. That is something you don't see very often and usually don't want to. That is an active hornet's nest, real close to the trail. I mean, real close to the trail. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna just quietly walk on by. But this section of the trail is also pretty awesome. It kind of feels like a completely different trail, really. I mean, I'm recognizing some of the parts, but some of them are like, how did I not see this before? You know, and just because I'm going the other direction. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like doing a trail from on the other direction on a loop. It does seem like a completely different trail. That's kind of cool. Think we might be approaching the canyon. I don't know, but it's definitely a forbidden trail. Okay. Well, that sucks. Lots of people went out to that little spit, so it's a little narrow spit of land out there that's got a pretty good view of the creek or maybe the trail. I don't know. But yeah, I guess it does kind of suck that they don't want you going out there. That really sucks. But you can see down there, we're going to be on a trail. I think I can see the trail. Anyway. Oh yeah, getting close. Look at that. You can't see that. Oh, that is awesome. Looks like a big cave over there. Okay. Yeah, some of this is just awesome. Look at the size of that rock wall. Way down into that canyon. If I hadn't seen the red sign there, yeah, I'd have walked to the edge. Jeez, that is spectacular. Yep. So there's the Sandstone Canyon. Trail has been cordoned off because, yeah, everybody wants to go to the freaking edge. But yeah, I guess that may damage the environment and all that stuff. Too many people doing it. And I can tell you this is a popular trail. So we will just enjoy the canyon part of it. Yeah, so one of the hiking tips, that's a cool area over there. One of the hiking tips that I learned right after that last overnight backpacking trip, where I hiked 6 miles into Mark Twain National Forest and set up camp, and then took a shortcut on the way back, I could have used on that trip. But the tip is, if you're going on a multi-day hike and you want to complete the multi-day hike, don't push yourself on the first or second day. And I did. About 6 to 8 miles is my current I guess range for a day of hiking. And frequently after 6 to 8 miles, I am plumb tuckered. And that's just with my little day pack, which weighs half of what my backpack does. So 6 to 8 miles is about my range for hikes like this with a day pack. If I slap another 15 pounds on my back, it's probably going to cut down that initial range to 4 to 6, maybe. And yeah, that's what happened. I was just not up to carrying 30 pounds of weight that far 2 days in a row. So the tip is, your first day, make it light. Don't go pushing yourself, to get the initial miles in. especially since you're not up to doing that on a regular basis. And yeah, me, 4, 6, 8 miles on a day hike. And, you know, that's pretty good. I do not remember it being like this. We should have got to the canyon, but it looks like they closed it off. I don't know. If they did, I'm going to be quite irritated, because that's why I came out here, to get down in that canyon. But this looks like the way out already. Huh. Oh well. We'll see. Look at that. Water flow. Yeah, so it looks like we are headed up and out. So it appears the canyon has been sealed off for the time being, which kind of sucks. But yeah, there were a lot of well-worn trails down there, and I don't know. Feels like they could have left the canyon open, at least to get to the edge of it or something from the bottom. Oh well. Taking a short little break, and have a friend here. He is perfectly still, completely camouflaged. Oh well, yeah, perfectly still at least. Ooh. All right. About to finish up the trail. It's 2.6 miles in of a 4-mile loop. Not bad. All right. Yep. We're definitely climbing out. Trying to practice some of the uphill, don't tire yourself out practices. Slow down on the uphills. There's a thing called a rest step. I don't think I got it down yet, but kind of trying. Trying to remember to go slow. You know, you don't want to go uphill same pace you would on a flat surface, because that's a sure way to tire yourself out. With I guess distance hiking, it's a exercise in mindfulness, because you got to constantly be aware of how much energy you're expending and how you're expending that energy, where you're replenishing, whether by taking a drink with electrolytes, or having a snack. That reminds me of another tip for distance hiking, and that is carb up. Before you hike and during your hike, you want to have carbohydrates for fast, easy fuel, and save the meats and heavier foods for when you get to camp. Have I done that? Maybe. Got some little mini nut bars, fruit and nut bars, for my snacks on the trail, but don't know how much fuel those little things provide. Man, that was an uphill. Man, this is going to be a downhill. Oh boy. That looks like I'm about to walk off a cliff. Oh man, that's a... Yeah, I kind of remember that from the other way. So, gonna pay attention going down this. All right, getting down that was challenging. Yeah. Yeah, this section of the trail has presented some interesting challenges. So that's pretty cool. Better than the standard. So, whew. Check that out. Like several of those rock shelves. That's one of the things that's making the trail interesting, is the rock shelves and finding ways down them. Lots of sand, even up here, which I guess is because a lot of the stuff here is sandstone. Wow. Yeah, so good bit of this trail. You really got to keep an eye out where you're going, which can sometimes be difficult because, wow, very interesting scenery and landscape features. I guess it's good on this trail to keep your head on a swivel because you don't want to miss anything. Yeah, the little fella's just frozen in place, thinking I don't see him. He is cute though. Yeah, he's right over there. But this area is pretty cool. Really great place for group photos or selfies up in that little nook there. Pretty awesome. Yeah. Whole little area is pretty cool. Well, made it through. Took a little break at the shade here and heading back to the car. So yeah, it's going to be about 4.5 miles, at least back to my car. I guess from the trailhead, it might be 4 miles, but I don't think I parked that far away, but who knows. So that's Sandstone Canyon Trail 2025 out at Don Robinson Park. It's pretty interesting. Got a lot of really cool features. Looks like the canyon is closed off. That kind of sucks. But hike is still pretty cool. Awesome hike through the woods. So y'all just get out there. Y'all have fun hiking.
The hiking trails are calling me, miles to cover, sights to see, the arms of nature embracing me, to trade my worries, show me how to be free. Around the bend what will appear, a canyon wall, a white-tailed deer, ancient oak with twisted crown, buzzard circling, looking down. Hiking trails are calling me, any place I can be free. Slow the pace and just be alive, wild and a stranger's smile, chipmunk chatter all the while, hidden falls through emerald green, coolest waters I have seen. Morning mist on forest floor, petrichor through every pore. Yesterday's rain, today's gift, as morning fog begins to lift. Hiking trails are calling me, can be free. Slow the pace and just be alive, wild and free. In pristine silence, tall trees stand, only footsteps mark this land. Mountain summit, world below, here's the peace I've come to know.